The Pocketbook Touch Lux 4 features a 6-inch E Ink Carta display with a resolution of 1024 by 758. Underneath the hood is a Freescale NXP 1 GHz single-core processor, 512 MB of RAM, and 8 GB of internal storage. There is a MicroSD card which supports an additional 32 gigs. It pretty well will hold over 3,500 ebooks. One of the most exciting factors behind this is the sheer amount of ebook that it supports. 17 different formats. You have library, store, and browser. So there's two different dotted areas that pull up different functionality. If you click on like the top here, it's like a shortcut to your frontlit display, your task manager, Wi-Fi sync, settings, search. Click on the settings menu. This is like where you set up your Adobe type of stuff, software firmware updates, maintenance, demo mode, privacy, USB mode. And that was just with the top option. With the bottom option, it is more robust. So you have bookstore, browser, calculator, calendar and clock, some games, Dropbox for Pocketbook, your photo gallery. It supports like 6 different formats like JPEG, PNG, etc. RSS news, which is kind of cool. You can establish like your favorite sort of feed listings here. There is a Scribble app as well. Send a Pocketbook, which we talked about a little bit earlier, just allows you to send things to your Pocketbook like account, and some other type of games. It has different ways to sort of do it gridded or list view. So you can see most of the preloaded stock books all have the same style of like cover art. You can click on the arrows here to churn per page. There's a ton of preloaded content.
In multiple languages as well.
Yeah, so you could delete the books, pretty easily, long pressing, stuff like that. So you can see book info, mark as read, read rate, add to collection, so you can make your own collections, favorites, all books of author, so you can kind of do like a quick search of like all the different books. So you can see there's only kind of one book here, but we can show you kind of how to delete a book, so you can just do that. If you want to mass delete all the preloaded books, I probably recommend plugging this into your PC via the USB cable and just like deleting them all in the book directory. This is the internet browser, the stock one. You can kind of just use it to browse like your favorite kind of web page. Ours obviously is Good E-Reader, your #1 online destination for ebook, audiobook, and e-reader news and reviews.
This being an e-ink device, you do have to be patient with it, because when you do scrolling and you trigger different website pages, it will take a little bit of time.
Yeah, you can do augment, such as gamma correction, clear cookies cache, enable JavaScript display images. So if you're on an image-heavy website like Good E-Reader, you can kind of like just strip away like images and things like that. It's only for like new sort of queries. It won't change the existing ones.
Right. Breaking the mold from a lot of e-readers that aren't running Android, you have Scribble. So you can actually scribble on the page, use things like delete, and it doesn't delete the entire thing you wrote. It's like a isolated delete, so that's really cool. You can add text to... Sorry, there we go. Quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog as an example. You can box a certain amount of text. You have an undo, new page, and delete page. There is no level of pressure sensitivity because this is using capacitive, and it doesn't really have that ability to do that, but you do have thick and thin.
If you want to display pictures, there's some preloaded gallery pictures here. E Ink always does a really good job about showing sort of like higher resolution like photos. These are like the stock ones. You can pinch and zoom.
Pinch and zoom is very quick. We're not going to do a whole segment on PDFs, so this will just give you a really good idea of pinch and zoom. Not only can you pinch and zoom with 2 fingers, you can navigate around and change size while you do so. Not a lot of e-readers have that capability. This is the e-reading experience. Tapping the center allows you to bring up some options. So you have settings. This will allow you to change the font styles, the font text, the font size. And if you click this one right here that looks like fit to corners, you can actually delete a lot of things like pages, status bar, and built-in page numbering, you can turn the page with the physical page turn buttons, swiping or tapping on any of the sides. So that's really cool. Long pressing on something allows you to make highlights, notes, and send to social media platforms. And something different about this reader is if you tap in the center, you can click the side little speech bubble here, and this will bring you to read rate, where you get some book info and some stuff you can share on.
This e-reader is running Linux, whereas a lot of e-readers these days, especially from like indie companies, smaller companies, they tend to run Android because it's more affordable. It's like open source. This e-reader does a lot of things, and overall it's snappy, it's responsive, and it's a pleasure to use. We want to hear from you. What do you think about this e-reader? Drop a comment below. And for GoodEreader.com and a review of the Pocketbook Touch Lux 4, my name is Michael.
This is Peter.
Everybody take care.